put someone up first. The referee was called across for a possible penalty in the second half by VAR, and then it didn't happen. Do you know what the situation is?
Unfortunately, I can't clear that up because I've just been speaking to the referee, to Don Robertson himself, and he couldn't clear it up for me. There's still confusion 15-20 minutes after the game exactly what happened. The explanation to me was that the referee was called over to the monitor. He gave an on-field decision that he didn't think it was a penalty. He was then called over with the VAR, and the sequence they went through was to check if it was onside. First of all, it was onside, and then the decision made was that it was outside the box. They never showed the referee an image. I've watched the image. I don't know if you guys have watched it. I've watched the image that it's inside the box, and with the letter of the law, you know, with that contact getting inside the box as well, it's a penalty kick. But for me, and listen, I don't want to be this manager. I don't want to be the manager that comes in every week and talks about referees' decisions, but it's for the betterment of the game. The referee gets called across. The game gets stopped. It gets called across because VAR have indicated there's maybe an error to go and see, but then they don't show him an image. And I could tell with my conversation with the referee that he's not comfortable with that either. So
it's also a long time after the incident as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why if we're going to do these things and get decisions right, don't mind if you take the time to do it, but give the referee the best opportunity to make the right decision. They don't show him an image.
Why? What was the explanation for not seeing an image?
Never got one.
So he was staring at
the referee was actually thinking, I think, and our staff said they seen him watching and think they were maybe waiting until the water break was finished, but he just walked back onto the park. He never seen an image. He goes across. Now, whether that's to do with technology, I don't know. But the referee was called over with that and then was not shown an image. I don't understand that.
So he made the decision on VAR up the stairs?
He made the decision, on-field decision, but it was sent across to VAR. Yeah. But why would you be sent across and then look at a blank screen?
Has it malfunctioned, or have we not?
It's not a question that I can answer, but again, I think you're sensing the sense of confusion that, I don't know, the referee doesn't know why there wasn't an image.
You spoke to him for a long time on the pitch at the end. Have you spoken to him since you came back in?
Yeah, I spoke to him since I came back in. He's a good guy, Don's a good referee, one of the best, I think, and I think there's an element of, whether it's embarrassment or confusion for him as well, that he's get called across and then not shown an image.
When the stakes are so high at this point in the season, and you look at what the potential is of these decisions and games, does that just add a bit of salt to the wound?
Absolutely, you know, because you look at it, the situation just now, 2 draws, a draw last week and a draw today, you know. But as I say, I don't want to be that manager. It's important that I now focus my team on a really big game on Wednesday night against Ross County, and that's what we'll do. We'll analyse our part in that. And the defeat there, and there is a lot to look at there in terms of 2-0 away from home should be enough to get a result. But I can't hide my sense of probably confusion and what's going on.
Depending on results today, you could have been safe from automatic relegation. That's not the case now. So obviously you're saying it's a massive game on Wednesday. That is the case in terms of that, because you don't want to have a last day game against St Johnstone where you're sort of in a shootout. Yeah,
listen, we knew that going out the game. We knew going out the bottom 6 fixtures. We knew the sequence of the games. We knew what was in front of us, you know, and we knew what we had to do and what we do have to do, and it's crystal clear now what we have to do. But and again, I don't want to be seen as that manager that blame, but the last 2 games, there's been real focus on VAR to the detriment of my team, and yet we need to use that feeling of injustice and try to do something about it. But I think somebody has to look into this.
Are you saying that it was a penalty?
Well, what I've seen there, I've seen.
Was there enough of a push for?
Yeah, and it wasn't offside. Yeah.
You speak to Willie on Monday?
Yeah, I'll probably have a conversation. Yeah.
For all the good it does, 48 hours later.
I had a conversation with him the later stage of this week about last week.
And still nothing back.
Sorry?
And still nothing back.
No, I spoke to him on Friday.
Yeah.
I spoke to him on Friday.
As Alison says, it doesn't make any difference now.
Well, you know the stakes at the moment. You know how high the stakes are, and listen, as I say, I repeat myself. You know, don't want to abdicate any responsibility for me as manager, for my team, for our part in it, but I just think there has to be issues addressed here.